The ancient prayer that is known to never fail, say it with caution. There are only two ways to live your life, as though nothing is a miracle or as though everything is a miracle. Albert Einstein. What if I told you there's an ancient prayer so powerful that those who speak it with true intent witness life-changing miracles? Sounds unbelievable, right? But this isn't just a legend. It's a reality known to sages and seekers for centuries. Today, on the journey of wisdom, I'm unveiling a sacred prayer that is said to never fail. A prayer that dissolves obstacles, attracts divine blessings, and shifts destiny itself. But be warned, this is not a prayer to be taken lightly. Let's begin. Number 1. The power of the prayer. There is an ancient prayer that has been whispered through generations, a prayer so powerful that it is believed to have been used by Moses himself to part the Red Sea. This is not just any prayer. It carries a force beyond human comprehension, a spiritual key that, when spoken with deep reverence and true understanding, has the potential to transform lives. Many seek miracles, hoping for divine intervention in their darkest moments, but few realize that the true power of prayer lies not in the words alone, but in the energy, faith, and alignment of the heart with the divine. This sacred prayer is said to contain hidden codes, vibrations so profound that they resonate with the very fabric of creation, mirroring the 7 days in which the universe was formed, as described in the book of Genesis. These are not ordinary sounds. They are frequencies that align the speaker with the infinite wisdom of the cosmos, connecting them to forces beyond what the eyes can see. Yet in the modern world, prayer has often been reduced to mere recitation, a routine uttered without true understanding or belief. Many seek quick fixes, hoping that just saying words will bring immediate results. But the truth is, spiritual power does not work like a magic spell. It is about connection, intention, and unwavering faith. Imagine a person who prays but does not truly believe in the possibility of change. Their words become empty echoes, floating without purpose. On the other hand, someone who prays with a heart full of faith, with a mind focused on divine alignment, and with a soul that truly surrenders to the higher power. This is the person who witnesses the impossible become possible. This is why this particular prayer must be said with caution, for it is not a mere collection of words, but a force that demands understanding, responsibility, and sincerity. Think about the way modern technology works. Codes and frequencies govern everything, from the way we communicate to the way we heal. Sound waves and vibrations affect matter, and science itself has shown how certain frequencies can influence the mind, emotions, and even physical well-being. Now consider that this ancient prayer operates on a similar principle, carrying divine vibrations that resonate with the energy of creation itself. It is not superstition. It is the unseen science of spirituality. When spoken with the right energy, it aligns the person with the source of all existence, allowing divine forces to move in their favor. But with great power comes great responsibility. Using this prayer without reverence, without understanding, or with selfish intentions can disrupt the natural balance, much like a person misusing a powerful tool without the knowledge of how to handle it properly. In today's world, where chaos and uncertainty seem to be constant companions, many feel lost, struggling to find stability, purpose, and hope. This is where true prayer becomes more than a ritual. It becomes a lifeline. To those who seek change, who long for breakthroughs and divine guidance, understand that the most powerful prayers are not those spoken in fear or desperation, but those spoken in faith, gratitude, and trust. This ancient prayer, believed to never fail, is a gift, a sacred connection to something far greater than ourselves, but it is not to be taken lightly. Approach it with humility, with a heart open to wisdom, and with a mind willing to embrace the deeper mysteries of existence. In doing so, you may find that the barriers you once thought impossible to overcome begin to dissolve, and paths you never imagined possible start to open before you. Number 2. Key lessons from the Red Sea miracle. There are moments in life when we feel trapped, as if every door has closed, every path is blocked, and no solution is in sight. It is in these moments, our own Red Sea moments, that we must remember the power of faith, intention, and divine connection. The ancient prayer we are about to explore is not just a collection of words. It is a sacred formula, a key that has been used throughout history to unlock the impossible. When Moses stood before the Red Sea, pursued by Pharaoh's army, there was no visible escape. The sea stretched before him, an impassable barrier, while behind him the chariots of Egypt thundered closer. Fear gripped the people, doubt clouded their minds. But Moses did not surrender to fear. Instead, he uttered a powerful set of sacred words, words that held divine energy, words that commanded creation itself to shift. And in that moment, the sea parted. The impossible became possible. The people of Israel walked through on dry land, while those who sought to enslave them were swallowed by the waves. But what does this ancient miracle mean for you? You may not be standing before a literal sea, but how many times in life have you felt trapped between an overwhelming challenge and an uncertain future? How often have you faced obstacles that seemed immovable, situations that appeared hopeless? Just as Moses called upon divine power to make a way where there was none, you too can call upon this same force to break through barriers in your life. The key is not just in reciting a prayer, but in aligning your heart, your belief, and your intention with its sacred energy. Before you speak these words, ask yourself, what am I truly seeking? What is the breakthrough I need? Am I ready to release doubt and fully trust in divine intervention? Because this prayer is not to be spoken lightly. It is a force that carries weight, a vibration that shifts reality. It is the same power that parted the waters, the same energy that has moved mountains throughout history. When spoken with pure faith and deep reverence, it can clear obstacles, open new doors, and align your life with the blessings meant for you. But here is the true secret. The words alone do not perform miracles. It is your unwavering belief, your surrender to divine will, and your readiness to receive that activate their power. When Moses spoke, he did not question whether the sea might part. He knew it would. Do you carry that same certainty in your heart? Are you prepared to trust in the unseen and step forward before the path is even visible? If you are facing a Red Sea moment right now, take a breath. Know that just as the waters made way for Moses and his people, there is a way opening for you. The same divine force that created miracles then is still present now, waiting for you to call upon it with faith, courage, and purpose. When you speak this prayer, do so with the understanding that you are not merely saying words, you are activating a force that has never failed. Are you ready? Number 3. Breakdown of the prayer, Ana Bekoach. The Ana Bekoach is an ancient prayer, written in Hebrew, passed down through generations, not merely as a collection of words, but as a profound bridge connecting the human soul to the divine force that governs the universe. Passed down through generations, this sacred invocation holds immense power, and when spoken with true intention, it can unlock transformation, clarity, and divine protection. Rooted in the structure of creation itself, each verse aligns with the cosmic order, reflecting the profound connection between our existence and the divine will. When reciting this prayer, you are not just uttering sounds, you are aligning yourself with the forces that shape reality itself. The first verse lays the foundation of the prayer. Please, with the strength of your right hand, release the captives. This verse echoes the very first moment of creation when light was spoken into existence. Let there be light. It is a call for divine intervention, for liberation from the chains of darkness, doubt, and limitation. In modern life, we often feel trapped by circumstances, by fears, by our own past. This verse reminds us that light is always available to us if we seek it. To speak these words is to ask for the clarity, strength, and freedom to step out of the shadows and into a life of purpose and illumination. The second verse shifts towards purification. Accept the prayer of your people, strengthen them. Just as on the second day, God separated the waters, this verse speaks of a process of refinement, a cleansing of the soul, a purification of intention, a surrendering of what no longer serves us. How often do we carry burdens that cloud our spirits? Resentments, guilt, negativity. These things weigh us down. But purification is not about perfection, it is about balance, about learning to align the physical and the spiritual. Just as water cleanses and refreshes, this verse asks for renewal, for the strength to walk forward with a purified heart and a clear mind. The third verse is a request for divine protection. O Lord, those who seek your unity, protect them as the eye guards. On the third day, life itself began to flourish. Vegetation, abundance, nourishment. This verse is about provision, about asking for the security and sustenance we need to thrive. In today's world, where uncertainty can be overwhelming, where we worry about finances, health, and the well-being of our loved ones, this verse is a reminder that we are watched over. It is a prayer for those who seek truth, who long for unity with the divine. Just as a parent instinctively shields their child, this verse invokes that same level of divine guardianship, a reminder that when we walk in alignment with truth, we are never alone. The fourth verse speaks of illumination. Bless them. Purify me always. On the fourth day, the sun, the moon, and the stars were set in place, bringing light to the world. This verse is a call for guidance, for wisdom, for the ability to see the right path ahead. How often do we find ourselves lost, uncertain of what direction to take? The answer does not always lie in the external world, but in the stillness within us. When you speak this verse, you are asking for divine light to illuminate your life, for the wisdom to navigate your challenges with grace and confidence. The universe is always sending us signs, but clarity only comes when we attune ourselves to receive it. The fifth verse deepens the connection. Strong and holy, with your abundant kindness, guide your congregation. This aligns with the fifth day of creation, when God filled the skies and seas with life, birds soaring above, fish swimming below. This imagery is powerful. It represents the bridge between the heavens and the earth, the flow of energy between the seen and the unseen. This verse asks for that same connection in our lives, a divine guidance that allows us to rise above earthly struggles while remaining grounded in purpose. In a world where we are often pulled in multiple directions, where distractions and doubts cloud our vision, this verse is a plea for direction, for kindness, for the steady hand that will lead us exactly where we need to go. The sixth verse brings us to the essence of who we are. Unique and exalted, lead your people, those who remember your holiness. This corresponds to the sixth day, the day humanity was created. When you recite this verse, you are reconnecting with the fundamental truth of your existence, that you are not separate from the divine, but a part of it. Too often we forget our worth, believing ourselves to be small, powerless, or lost. But this verse is a reminder: our very existence is a reflection of something sacred. When we acknowledge this, when we remember that we are more than just flesh and bone, but beings infused with divine essence, we awaken to our true potential. And then we arrive at the seventh day, the day of completion, the day of rest. Just as God ceased from creating, this is the moment to let go, to trust, to surrender. The final words of the prayer carry a deep resonance. Accept our supplication and hear our cry. And in a whisper, the last phrase, you who know all secrets. This is the ultimate act of faith, acknowledging that there is a force greater than ourselves that knows our needs, our desires, our struggles. In modern life, where we constantly seek control, this verse is a reminder that true peace comes not from forcing outcomes, but from trusting in the divine plan. When you release your fears, when you speak with sincerity, the universe begins to move in your favor. Doors open, paths clear, miracles unfold. Ana Bekoach is more than a prayer. It is a spiritual activation. It aligns you with the forces of creation, reminding you that you are never alone, that divine energy is always available to you, and that when spoken with true intent, these words have the power to transform your reality. So as you recite these sacred verses, do so with presence, with awareness, and with the deep knowing that you are connected to something infinitely greater. And in that connection, all things become possible. If you've watched this far, you're already tapping into the power of this ancient prayer, one that is said to never fail. Comment below with divine guidance to affirm your belief in its wisdom. But don't stop here. There's still more to uncover. Stay until the end to fully understand how this prayer can transform your life. Number 4. Understanding the spiritual mechanism behind prayer. The power of the Ana Bekoach does not lie in superstition. Rather, it operates within the unseen laws of the universe. To truly grasp its effectiveness, we must explore the mechanisms that make it work. 1. Frequency and vibration. Modern science has proven that sound has the ability to influence matter. Ancient mystics understood this long before technology confirmed it. The Hebrew letters within the Ana Bekoach are not random. They carry specific vibrational frequencies that align with the divine structure of creation. Each verse activates different aspects of spiritual energy, just as musical notes create harmony when played in the right sequence. When spoken with intention, the Ana Bekoach resonates with the higher frequencies of the universe, shifting reality in ways we cannot always perceive. 2. The law of surrender. One of the most crucial aspects of this prayer is the act of surrendering. Those who experience its power are not those who merely recite it, but those who truly let go of their personal limitations and trust in the divine. Unlike ordinary requests, the Ana Bekoach is not about control. It is about alignment. When we release our attachment to specific outcomes, we make space for something greater to unfold. 3. The divine blueprint of the universe. Each line of the Ana Bekoach corresponds to a different level of creation, mirroring the structure of the universe itself. This is why those who use it correctly often feel an undeniable shift, not just in their external circumstances, but in their inner world as well. As the prayer unfolds, it creates openings in places where blockages once existed, clearing the way for divine will to manifest. Number 5. The sacred responsibility of the prayer. By now you understand the immense power of this ancient prayer, its deep connection to divine energy, its ability to shift realities, and the precise moments when it should be spoken. But there is one final lesson that must be embraced before you take this sacred prayer into your own life, the responsibility that comes with using it. 1. Power without wisdom is dangerous. Throughout history, sacred knowledge has always been entrusted to those who are ready to receive it, not because it is meant to be hidden, but because great power without wisdom can lead to harm. The Bekoach is not a spell, not a demand, and certainly not a tool for selfish desires. It is a prayer of deep surrender, a bridge between the human heart and divine will. To misuse it, by seeking power for ego, material gain without gratitude, or control over others, would be like trying to harness the sun's energy without understanding its fire. When Moses stood before the Red Sea, he did not part it for personal glory. He did not call upon divine forces for wealth, fame, or self-interest. He did it as an act of faith, in service to something greater than himself. And that is the lesson for you as well. This prayer must be spoken with purity of heart and alignment with the highest good. 2. Let go of attachment to outcomes. One of the greatest misunderstandings about prayer, especially one as powerful as this, is the belief that it works like a transaction, that if you say the right words at the right time, with the right posture, you will receive exactly what you ask for. But true spiritual wisdom teaches that prayer is not about getting what we want. It is about aligning with what we need. Perhaps you are praying for a breakthrough in your career, but the true answer lies in learning patience. Perhaps you are praying for a specific relationship to be restored, but the true path is one of self-love and healing. The Bekoach is not a tool for bending the universe to your will. It is a key to unlocking the divine path already meant for you. So when you speak this prayer, do so not with desperation, but with trust. Release your grip on how the answer should come. Have faith that the forces of creation know what is best for you, even when it is different from what you expect. 3. Prepare yourself to receive. Another crucial responsibility of this prayer is preparation. If you ask for divine intervention but continue to live in resistance, holding on to anger, refusing to forgive, neglecting self-discipline, then you are not truly open to receiving. Imagine asking for a door to be opened, but when the key is given to you, you refuse to turn it. Many people pray for change, but do not prepare their hearts for transformation. They want miracles, but are unwilling to let go of the habits and thoughts that keep them stuck. Before speaking this prayer, take a moment to reflect. Am I ready to receive whatever answer comes, even if it is not what I expect? Am I willing to take action in alignment with divine guidance? Am I approaching this prayer with faith, humility, and a heart free from selfish intent? Because when you pray with true readiness, miracles do not just happen to you, they happen through you. 4. Trust and allow. Once you have spoken this prayer, there is only one thing left to do: let go and trust. Just as a farmer plants a seed and does not dig it up every day to check if it is growing, so too must you allow divine timing to unfold. Sometimes the answer to your prayer will come quickly, like a wave parting before you, revealing a clear path. Other times it will come subtly, through a quiet realization, a chance encounter, or an inner shift that changes the course of your life. And sometimes the greatest answer is silence, a call to develop patience, to trust the unseen, and to understand that not every battle is yours to fight. Whatever happens, know this: when spoken with truth, faith, and surrender, this prayer never fails. It may not always give you what you want, but it will always give you what you need. And that in itself is the greatest miracle of all. Are you ready to take this sacred responsibility? If so, step forward with humility, speak these words with devotion, and prepare yourself, not just for the answer, but for the transformation that comes with it. Because once you align with the divine, life will never be the same again. Number 6. When to use this prayer. There are sacred words, whispered through generations, that carry a power beyond human comprehension, an ancient prayer said to never fail. But be warned, this prayer is not to be spoken lightly. It is not a mere wish or a casual request. It is a deep invocation that calls upon the divine forces of the universe. If spoken with true faith and intention, it has the potential to shift realities, open doors that seemed permanently shut, and bring forth miracles where none appeared possible. However, timing matters greatly, and knowing when to say this prayer can determine the strength of its impact. There are 3 ideal moments when this prayer should be spoken, each aligning with the natural rhythm of existence and the flow of spiritual energy. The first is at dawn, the sacred hour of new beginnings. As the first rays of sunlight break through the darkness, they carry the energy of creation itself. Just as the universe began with light, every new day offers an opportunity to reset, renew, and start afresh. This is the perfect time to say the prayer, as the world awakens and the energy of possibility is at its peak. When you pray at dawn, you align yourself with this powerful force, setting your intentions for the day ahead. Imagine standing at the threshold of a brand new chapter, free from the burdens of yesterday. This prayer, when spoken in the quiet stillness of the morning, allows you to welcome guidance, protection, and blessings as you step into the unknown. In today's fast-paced world, we often rush into our mornings with stress, checking emails before even taking a deep breath. But what if, instead, you paused for a moment, connected with the divine, and let this prayer shape your day with purpose and clarity? The second moment to say this prayer is at sunset, when the day draws to a close and the world begins to exhale. Sunset symbolizes release, the shedding of what no longer serves us, the quiet acceptance of what has passed, and the readiness to receive what is yet to come. It is during this golden hour that we are given the chance to let go of old patterns, disappointments, and struggles, making space for fresh blessings. If you've carried burdens throughout the day, if your heart has been heavy with worries, or if you've faced setbacks, this prayer can act as a spiritual cleansing. Speaking it at sunset allows you to surrender those worries into the hands of the divine, trusting that what is meant for you will find its way. In our modern lives, where stress, regret, and frustration accumulate by the evening, this practice can bring a sense of deep peace. Instead of ending your day with anxiety, replaying mistakes and uncertainties in your mind, imagine closing it with faith, knowing that you have handed your struggles over to a higher power. Finally, this prayer is most powerful in moments of urgency, when you find yourself facing impossible situations, when all logical solutions have failed, and when you feel utterly powerless. These are the moments when divine intervention is needed most. Life is unpredictable, and at times we are thrown into storms so fierce that we feel lost, desperate, and without direction. Whether it's a financial crisis, a health scare, or an emotional turmoil that seems unbearable, this prayer can become your lifeline. It is not about asking for a quick fix or demanding a miracle. Rather, it is about surrendering to a higher wisdom, trusting that even in chaos, there is a path forward. Modern life often makes us believe that we must solve everything on our own, that relying on faith is a sign of weakness. But true strength lies in knowing when to seek help beyond what is visible. When you speak this prayer in moments of crisis, you open yourself to unseen forces working in your favor, guiding you towards the right path, the right people, and the right opportunities. So, whether at the break of dawn, the quiet fall of dusk, or in the storm of urgent need, This prayer is a bridge between you and the divine. It is a reminder that you are never alone, that forces beyond your understanding are moving on your behalf, and that no situation is ever truly hopeless. But remember, this is not a prayer to be spoken without thought. Say it with faith, with reverence, and with the understanding that what you seek may not always arrive in the way you expect, but it will come in the way you truly need. And in that, you will find the greatest miracle of all. Number 7. Stories of miraculous transformation. Throughout history, those who have spoken this prayer with unwavering faith have witnessed extraordinary changes. Their testimonies serve as proof that when we align ourselves with divine energy, we open the door to possibilities beyond human comprehension. 1. A mother's desperate plea. Sarah, a devoted mother from Jerusalem, had exhausted all medical options for her son, who had been suffering from an illness doctors could not diagnose. After months of searching for answers, a wise elder suggested that she recite the Bekoach at dawn and sunset, placing her complete faith in the divine. For 7 days, she spoke the prayer with devotion, surrendering her fears and trusting in a higher plan. On the 8th day, she received a call. Specialists had reviewed her son's case and discovered a rare but treatable condition. Within weeks, he began to recover. Was it coincidence, or was it divine alignment brought forth by the sacred words of the prayer? Sarah believed the latter. 2. A business on the brink of collapse. David, an entrepreneur, faced the greatest crisis of his career. His business, built over a decade, was crumbling. Every logical solution had failed, and he was on the verge of declaring bankruptcy. In his darkest moment, he remembered his grandfather's teachings about the Bekoach. With no other option, he decided to place everything in the hands of the divine. He woke up before dawn, recited the prayer with full concentration, and allowed himself to release control. Within days, unexpected opportunities began appearing. A new investor stepped in, and a long-lost client returned with a contract that saved his business. He later described the experience as nothing short of miraculous. 3. Overcoming the impossible. Rebecca had been trapped in an abusive marriage for years. Fear kept her from leaving, and every attempt to seek help seemed futile. One evening, after reading about the Bekoach, she decided to recite it with all her heart. For weeks she prayed, asking for guidance and strength. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, a chain of events unfolded. A friend she hadn't seen in years reconnected with her, offering her a safe place to stay. A legal advisor appeared in her life, willing to help her navigate the complexities of her situation. Within months, she was free. For Rebecca, this prayer was more than words. It was a divine key that unlocked the door to a new life. As we come to the end of this powerful journey, I invite you to reflect on the wisdom we've uncovered today. The ancient prayer we explored is not just about words. It's about faith, alignment, and surrendering to divine guidance. When spoken with sincerity, it has the potential to shift realities, open new doors, and bring forth miracles in unexpected ways. But remember, true transformation begins within. Approach this prayer with a pure heart, trust in the divine timing of your life, and remain open to the answers that come, even if they look different from what you expected. If this video resonated with you, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the Journey of Wisdom. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming insights on spiritual wisdom, inner peace, and life's deeper mysteries. Thank you for being part of this journey. May you walk forward with clarity, faith, and the courage to embrace the miracles waiting for you. Until next time, stay mindful, stay open, and keep seeking the wisdom that leads to true transformation.